Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. SlipjointSawyer here. Yes, it's Saturday, and yes, I'm doing a bonus video for you this weekend. And another bonus is Slippy's doing a locking knife. So before we get into that review, I just want to say a big shout out to Sanrenmu Knives for providing this knife for review. Although this has been provided for the channel, it will be an impartial review. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I will say. I'm not just going to give them a good review, but say provided me with a knife. So let's take a look at the box to start with. So it comes in this standard Sanrenmu box. You've got the logo here, knives and tools. You've got the QR codes here you can scan for more information. You've got their Facebook, Instagram and their website, again since 1998. And on the back you have standard sort of keep away from children, business description here. Made in China this is, and this is the model 9202 and it's G10. This side is just the barcode. Have a quick look inside the box. Which end did I open it at? I think it was, there we go. So in the box you get your standard sort of little bit of paperwork that you get with a Sanrenmu knife. Just telling you about other tools and things they have on their site. Nice little bit of information there. And it also comes in this sort of nice little carry case, the logo embroidered on there. It's like a like a thin sort of material drawstring, so you can close it and it seals it off. Nice little bonus when you get stuff included like that with the purchase of a knife. So overall, really impressed with the packaging. Well presented, nicely in the box with a little carry case. So we'll pop that down there, and then we'll take a look at the knife. And this is the SRM 9202. And right off the bat, you can see that really nice milling on the G10. So you've got the standard sort of G10 texture here, and then you can see where it's milled lower, and you've got those really nice ridges. Sanrenmu logo there, with a nice anodized pivot ring around it. You can see it has this really nice sort of milled back spacer for grip, which also includes the lanyard hole. We have T6 hardware, and then the pivot on the other side is a T8. And you can see from this like recessed groove here, the pocket clip is reversible to tip up right and left hand carry. Blade, wonderfully centered. This is exactly how it came to me out of the box. I've not adjusted any of the pivot screws or anything. I've just sort of left it, and I've used it for a week and a bit just to see how I like it. Reverse side again, you can see the mirrored of the G10, exactly the same on this side. Really, really nice. I do like this sort of lined milling. I would have preferred maybe if they did the whole knife in that. I think that would have been quite interesting. We have this sort of, I'd say, deep-ish pocket clip, because you're going to have this bit poking out of your pocket, but it's deep enough that no one's going to see it. Only other gripe I really have with the pocket clip is it's got a nice sort of ramp in it, but there's no recessed screws, so you can see that in there how much smaller the gap is to get material behind there. I feel like if they'd have just put like countersunk screws on there, that issue would have been completely solved. So that's just a little thing they could possibly improve in the future. From the top down, you can see open construction bar this back spacer here. So overall aesthetics from the outside, it is a nice sort of profile. It's not too thick. Does have a nice pocket clip, nice decent retention on it as well. So you're not going to be sort of worrying about it falling out of your pocket. And then again, it's not so stiff, you're not going to be able to get it into your pocket. So really, really reasonable. And this is their Ambi Lock. So it basically means ambidextrous, so you can open it right or left-handed, because there's one of these to pull down on either side. So we'll take a look at the blade. You can see I would call this like, for me, it's like a modified clip point / drop point, because it does have that upswept at the end. There's the sort of the hole there to open. I'm not going to say it's a Spidey hole, because it's not. It's just, like a thumb hole there to open the blade. Sanrenmu logo just there, and then underneath it says "Stay ready for more." Really nice. Not want to say subtle swedge, but it's really well done. There's no, sort of, it doesn't like interfere with anything else. It goes most of the way down to the blade, stops about here, starts up about here. Really, really nice. And you can see the grind on this blade. Fantastic. I mean, if Sanrenmu, like, you know, a budget company can get a grind like this, why isn't other companies, I don't know, like Case and things, getting a similar sort of grind? If they can do it, anyone can do it. So, you know, everyone needs to sort of get their act together, really. Rear of the knife, again, really consistent grind. And this, you can see from here, is D2 blade steel. And I've not had to touch this up, strop it, anything. I've been using it for nearly 2 weeks. Most days I've been out in the garden, wiped the blade off, done a bit of food prep with it, and it's like a razor. It's ridiculously sharp. And they've got the model number there is 9202, and I'm guessing that might be the catalogue number underneath. You've got the H4CVB000461. Not sure why they put that on the blade. They could have just put the 9202 like down here and left the SRM logo on there. Not a big fan of when they put model numbers and stuff on the blade. So overall sort of profile while it's open, really nice sort of down-swept handle with an upswept blade. Does make it that sort of comfortable grip. This really nice jimping on the top, so when you've got it in your hand, that you can put your thumb right on the top there and it's secure. And then it's quite, you know, it's a reasonable size grip, so it really locks you in. I do like the grip on this. Another thing I would say though, where they've done the cutout for the thumb hole here, they're not sharp, these corners, but it is quite a hot spot on your finger here. But that it is for me anyway. When I grip it, it's there, and then you can see it's right in the middle of my finger. I mean, it's not stopping me using the knife. It's not so uncomfortable I won't use it, but it's definitely something they could maybe either elongate this a little bit or smooth it off a bit, just so it's not such a prominent corner. But as you can see, like my medium to large hands, there's loads of room on this handle. And as it is an Ambi Lock, it's a very smooth drop action, and that's how it came to me out of the box. Pretty much falls shut, don't have to do anything to it. You just pull it back, lean it forward a tiny bit, and down it drops. You can reverse flick, and as well as that, you know, you can do the thumb roll, and because it's an Ambi Lock, you know, there's loads of different ways you can open it. But I'm really impressed with this knife. It's $35, I believe, so it is a budget knife, but you're getting D2 steel, and as I've said many a time, D2 is one of my favourite steels. Yes, it's carbon steel and is prone to rust, but if you know how to look after it, you're laughing really. The edge retention on it is fantastic. Just have another quick overlook of the knife. Really well made. So I would recommend this knife. The only thing I would say, maybe to Sanrenmu, if they do watch the review of this, need to do something with the cornering here. This is the only bit that's really letting it down for me. That, maybe the screws, that's not the end of the world, but it can be quite sharp here when you've got it in grip. And let's take a quick look at some measurements for you. So you have a closed length of 4 3/4, and then you have a blade length, a full blade length of 1 2 3.5, and then a cutting edge of just under 3.5. So obviously, as it's a lock-in knife, it's not UK legal, but as it's sort of like as a knife to sort of use around your property, if you're gardening or maybe if you're going camping, I would really recommend this. I know not many people would recommend that sort of an Ambi Lock or something to go camping for bushcrafting and things, but it's so strong. I've been putting this to the test, and there's no wobble, there's no blade rock, nothing at all. So there we go, guys. There's my review of the SRM 9202. Again, big shout out to Sanrenmu for providing this to the channel. I hope you all enjoyed this review, and I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday. Peace out.